Welcome back to the Kick and Post YouTube channel. Hopefully the audio is a little better on this one. Right? We're going to be dropping some underdog picks for the Monday night, first of its kind, Monday Night Wildcard game. Arizona Cardinals at SoFi Stadium to play the LA Rams. This is a huge matchup, pretty much a rematch from a month ago when they played on Monday night. I do feel like the outcome will be pretty interesting, but we're not worried about the outcome for this one. We're worried about the picks. Who's going over, who's going under. You know we don't play unders here at Kick and Post, though. And since I told y'all I was going to put bets on every game, I'm going to have to update y'all on the bets that we did yesterday as well. So without further ado, let me hop into what happened yesterday and see how we panned out, how we kept that bankroll rolling to the Super Bowl. Y'all aren't going to get a chance to pick with me this time because we're doing the video on Monday. But for the early game, we're doing Quez Watkins 27.5 over and Scotty Miller 8.5 over. These are receiving yard overs. Also, we're going to do a little tight end pick 'em parlay. It'll be on the screen probably to my left right here. That's also what we're going to hit today. All right, see y'all boys later. Currently, 2:30 Central Time. Buccaneers are up 31-0. And for our bets to cash, we need 1 yard from Scotty Miller. And I think it's 3 yards from Cameron Brate. Looking kind of bleak. It's the middle of the third, so we'll see, I guess. Second update, it's 2:50 Central Time. Cameron Brate just caught a 17-yard screen, so hit that one. I call that one the birthday lay because it's my wife's birthday. Over 15.5 receiving yards, which is the 16th. Over 16.5 completions with Jalen Hurts, 16. And then just 4.5 Mike Evans receptions because I felt like it. You'll see it right here all highlighted. We hit that one. So, race to the Super Bowl continues. So, unfortunately, Kittle decided not to show up for us. Checking in at 7:07 Central Time. Other two plays did hit. Kittle didn't show up, so bankroll's at 82. Decided to throw $7 towards this play over here, right on top of my jar. And let's see how this pans out. Either way, we're going into Monday night with 75 in the bankroll. So we're on the up and up. And maybe, just maybe, I put 150 on the 49ers. But that doesn't count towards the video anyway. Anyway, see y'all later. All right, so in there you saw we had some good hits. We had some close ones. If that one catch from Scotty Miller was 9 yards instead of 8 yards, we'd be feeling pretty nice about the bankroll. But shout out to the wife play. Happy birthday again to my beautiful wife, Lay. We played all the numbers that had 16s in them. And then just played the 4.5 receptions for Mike Evans because, I mean, that one was an obvious hit. There's not many options out there, so he almost doubled that. So nice little hit there. So pretty much what we made off of that one is what was used to bet the rest of the stuff. And we're at a bankroll of $75 now, right? So on this side of the screen, I'm going to put it right here. See if I can put it in my hand. Give you all the picks right there. We have Odell Beckham over 44.5 receiving yards. We have Christian Kirk over 50.5 receiving yards. Both guys are operating with quite a bit of volume in each offense, especially our boy Christian Kirk, who's going to be operating as, I'd like to say the wide receiver 1, but AJ Green tends to get more receptions than him. It's just Christian Kirk seems to be more of the downfield player on this one. Seems to be playing the distance a little bit better. But AJ Green does seem to get a little bit more volume in the offense. But 50.5 receiving yards with a game that I feel like is going to be very competitive offensively. We do have to run his over on that one. OBJ had a big game last time they played Arizona. I don't think that changes. Cooper Kupp's going to get his, but OBJ is going to be able to get a lot less tense coverage most of the game with Cooper Kupp on the field. So 44.5 feels like almost a gimme if he stays healthy. Our second group of picks, boom, on the opposite side of my hand. It's going to be Antonio Wesley. I think his line on this is 23.5. So over 23.5. And then the other play is over 37.5 for Van Jefferson. Last game, Van Jefferson took it to the house for a 57-yard touchdown against Arizona with his dad on the sideline cheering him on, even though his dad is a coach for the Cardinals, wide receiver coach for the Cardinals. So, a little bit of family feud going right there. But he was able to catch that deep one. I'm not sure if he had any more involvement, but it was, excuse me, it was a deep one for 57 yards. I feel like he will have a tad bit more involvement in this one again. It's a playoff game. They're going to try to stop Cooper Kupp, which is going to open things up for the other guys. Other guys are going to have to produce for the Rams to win this game, right? So I believe Van Jefferson and OBJ's overs are in the works, right? Are going to be pretty, I don't want to say easily hit, but the line's pretty saucy. Let's put it that way. The line's feeling pretty good. So we'll go ahead and hit those guys. There's also going to be a long play right here on this side. This is pretty much all the picks I feel confident in one, just going for it all. 5 picks to win 100 or 140. I don't remember how much I put on it right now, but you will see it right here stretched across the video. And then this one. Now, this one, even though I wouldn't call it my most confident one, the most confident one would be Christian Kirk and OBJ. But this one gets a little bit saucy. We have Sony Michel over 9.5 receiving yards. That's about one screen pass in the right setting. But I feel like his involvement will be more than Cam Akers' involvement, seeing as we still don't know how Cam Akers is feeling coming off the Achilles. They gave him touches last week. I think it was like 3 or 4 touches. He made 5 net yards. He caught a pass, if I'm not mistaken. But he's not Cam Akers of last year yet. I think he's still recovering, and in a game that's important like this, they're going to give Sony Michel more of the work, which leads me to believe 9.5 receiving yards is a pretty good line. We spoke earlier about A.J. Green's 3.5 receptions, had to sprinkle that in there. But the third one, Kyler Murray's 38.5 rushing yards over, I feel like he's going to have to step away from that line and get out in space, run little bootlegs, and when things kind of crumble, he's going to just try to hit it upfield, right? He's facing some intense pass rushers out there. Von Miller, Aaron Donald clogging up the middle, Von Miller clogging up the left side, right? So he's going to have to take around the corner, most likely run right, and try to burst up field if things break down. You can see that happening 2 or 3 times. I can see him achieving that 38.5 over pretty easily. All right. So right now, brought the bankroll down to, if I'm not mistaken, we're at 50, right? So there'll be other lines that drop, but I wanted to get this video out earlier to y'all so you guys could tail us if you feel like. Don't forget to hit that link in the description to bet with me, or put at ADT from JA in your promo code when you do a deposit with Underdog Fantasy. They have many games on Underdog Fantasy, rivals, where you pin 2 players against each other's production and see which one you prefer, right? You pick, for example, I think one of the rival lines was Cam Akers versus Kyler Murray, who ends up with more rushing yards. You could go Cam, right? He'll probably end up with an even matchup against Kyler, but you could go Cam or you could go Kyler for your pick. And you could do that just like how you do the pick'ems that I have right here. There will be best ball drafts also on Underdog Fantasy going into the 2022 season. They've started way too early. 2022 best ball drafts. We will be dropping some of those videos on the channel soon. So if you want to do those and draft with us also, don't forget, sign up for Underdog Fantasy, ADT from JA, and the code when you deposit, or just hit the link in the description. All right. Thank you guys for all the support. This has been the picks for the Monday Night Wildcard games. Let's keep running this bankroll up. Thank you.